Hey Wanderers, and welcome back to the Wandering Gamer Network plays Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm Zach.
And I'm Mandy. And Disneyland. Because we said we'd talk about it this episode.
I liked most of it. I like Disney World better, but I grew up with that.
Yeah.
And certain rides are significantly better in Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So there's a save point right here.
Oh, well. Oops.
Yeah, I could have walked in. I thought this was the boss fight.
Oh, no, that's all right.
But the boss fight is just around the corner, I'm sure.
Cool.
Yeah, here's the boss fight.
Yeah, no, Disneyland, I'm trying to think. I am upset that Disney World, just because it's the one that's closer, I'm sure, I mean, it was probably closer for you two growing up. So, like, that's the one we always went to. But I am upset that Disney World doesn't have the Indiana Jones ride.
Oh, man.
Because that one is so much fun.
Well, they have Dinosaur, which I know is different, but it's the same track and same motion.
Yeah.
But Indiana Jones is way cooler.
It is. Well, and the dinosaur ride is one of those where they really need to upkeep it a little bit better.
They didn't. If you look at it, you can tell why it's in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, as a child, you're like, this is amazing. And as an adult, I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, there are things that are not moving quite right anymore.
Yeah. And Laura, you can, like, see the cables holding the pterodactyls and...
Also, Disney World, why haven't you fixed the Yeti?
Do you want to know why?
Why?
It's impossibly hard to get to.
Without shutting it down completely, I'm sure.
Even with shutting it down. Because, like, the control box for the Yeti is inside the Yeti. So they, like, need to, like, rip apart the side of the mountain to get a crane in.
Wow, they really didn't think that one through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really sad because I want the Yeti to work.
Yeah. It worked for, you know, a couple weeks.
Yeah, right. Well, and what's sad to me too is, like, okay, yeah, the Yeti's not moving, which is really upsetting. I really, like, that should be. But sometimes, like, the stupid little Shadow Yeti isn't working, and I'm like, come on, guys. At least get the Shadow one to work, where he, like, rips up the track.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we got now.
So old now, though.
Isn't that crazy? I remember watching the Disney Christmas Parade where Raven Simone got on Expedition Everest and was like, come check out this new ride, because she was popular from That's So Raven at the time.
Which is also really old.
Which is also really old, but it's like, I very specifically remember that because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go on this ride.
Yeah, like, it was such a big deal. Or, like, Soarin' is, like, also pretty old. Mm-hmm. Have you been on since they updated it?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I think so. Yeah, I think
the world.
Yeah, I think
I was honestly a little disappointed with it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought the original was way better. It flowed better. Where, like, the new one was like, oh, we don't know what to do, just transition black.
I would have to write it again to
I'm gonna lose this fight just because I don't have the right abilities equipped.
talk more about it, but I'm guessing you can't go in now and change whatever abilities you need.
No, not during a fight, surprisingly enough.
Well, at least we know the save point was nearby.
Yeah. Donald saved me. Go, Donald.
Good job.
I should really, like, update my abilities one of these days, but, you know. See, like, I just can't recover, and he hits me, like, 3 times. Oh, there we go. I just gotta keep mashing square. Because there's, like, an aerial recovery ability.
Yeah. It is funny, though. So, still talking about Disneyland. So Harry Potter World came out in Florida in 2010, because that's the year I graduated, and I remember that. But then Disneyland came out with their Cars Land not too long after, and I feel like Universal doing Harry Potter World and Disney doing Cars Land, like, they, like, finally kind of figured out the super immersiveness if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because, like, in general, the lands were always, like, fun. You know, there's Fantasyland, and you get a little bit here and there. But it makes so much of a difference to have those characters and have, like, the sets feel like they're really a part of the world that you get to walk into. Like, I think New Fantasyland almost got it right.
I think New Fantasyland is my favorite part of the parks.
Really?
Not for rides, but like I just like how pretty it looks.
It is very pretty. I forget who I was talking to about this. My only thing is I feel like they relied on Beauty and the Beast too much. And the reason I say that is because they have the big Beauty and the Beast Belle meet and greet, which is huge. And, like, there's her dad's house and stuff. Then you also have Be Our Guest, the restaurant. You also have Gaston's Tavern. And you have, like, a gift shop dedicated to, I think it's like 90% Belle stuff. But then right next to it, you have Ariel's ride, and you also have Snow White's ride. So, in my personal opinion, what I think they should have done is maybe done just like 2 of those. So just picked like meet and greet with Belle, because they obviously really like the technology stuff they were able to do with that, where you can like go through the mirror.
Right. And at a certain point, like, it's Belle's story time, and Belle's story time has been going on for forever and, like, never been taken out, so...
Yeah.
At a certain point, it deserves to have a building, so it can
go
on when it's raining.
Well, but you know what I mean, where it's like, I feel like the Be Our Guest restaurant and that, those are, like, kind of... I want to say in the background, but they're, like, the flow of the land is really good there. But like... Gaston's Tavern, I feel like, should have been a little more either generic or should have been another fantasy thing. And then the gift
go so far into Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, and then the gift shop should have been maybe more Snow White inspired,
or just
with
like,
all princess paraphernalia.
Yeah, or just like not Beauty and the Beast, you know.
Yeah, because it just feels like, and I get why. It is a great movie. It is like, it almost won an Oscar, or like, it got a Best Animated Picture and was like the first one. It's like the reason Animated Picture got a category at the Oscars. I don't know, something like that. Like, I get why. It's a great movie, but they just went real hard into Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I love it. Like, it is a stupid critique, but that would be my only critique. I'm trying to think. So let's see. We've got because then they also, isn't it over in that area? Oh no, it's between Fantasyland, Old Fantasyland, and what's it called? Old Fantasyland and Haunted Mansion, where you get the Rapunzel bathrooms.
Yeah, I like that. It's very well themed. I just wish it wasn't
a bathroom. Oh, poor Rapunzel.
She deserves better than she gets.
Yeah.
Because everyone just loves on Frozen too much.
At least Frozen just got a ride, and it's not. It didn't even get into Magic Kingdom.
Because had New Fantasyland happened like 3 years later, we would have it would just be Frozen Land, not New Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Which Frozen. Damn.
Ooh, okay, now I'm going to say something that you probably won't be happy with, but I would have taken an Arendelle-inspired, tavern.
I would have taken that.
And the main reason I say that is because their architecture is actually really pretty in the movie.
No, you want to know what they should have done instead of doing Gaston's Tavern?
What?
They should have done the Snuggly Duckling.
Oh, yeah.
Why did they... even like if that's the only thing, because then you can at least like have fun stuff with that.
Oh yeah. Well, and like the Snuggly Duckling is Gaston has it's not really his tavern, but he's at a tavern in the movie, but like the more recent one that especially younger kids would be interested in is the Snuggly Duckling. So I don't know why they chose to do bathrooms instead, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not paid. That's like I'm not paid to work for Disney and come up with what, or you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm fighting at the same time. That's my excuse.
No, I totally get that, which is why I am just finding stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad because I really liked Tangled.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really well crafted story. Where I don't think the same has been, or like, I don't think the parks have been well crafted in a while. And then I just feel like Rapunzel keeps getting the short end of the stick. I'm like, but our movie's really good, guys. Can we stop and talk about this for a minute?
Well, I kind of get the feeling that Tangled was an afterthought with the bathrooms, even.
Yeah, because it did really well until Frozen came along, and which did stupidly well.
Well, New Fantasyland was in. New Fantasyland was almost done definitely before Frozen came out.
Yeah.
And Tangled wasn't too far before that.
Right.
So I get that the concept for New Fantasyland was like take the really classic take the ones that are classic now because Cinderella's already got her own thing.
The freaking castle.
Yeah, she's got the whole castle. But take the ones that could now be considered classics and give them something. But I also totally understand, like, the turnaround for getting a Frozen ride, which is where it's kind of like... I understand why they were also like, oh, okay, let's do something for Tangled, too. But, like, they didn't even... Like, back in the late 80s, 90s, when Little Mermaid came out, like, they did not take advantage of how popular it was. And it feels like Frozen is them making up for that.
Yeah. I don't know. The Frozen ride has amazing animatronics.
It is beautiful.
But other than that, I was just, you know. Because like, it was just the Norway ride, which was,
Yeah. Which I loved the Norway ride. I loved Maelstrom when it was just that.
All right, in you go.
I enjoyed...
There's no place for you here anymore.
I definitely thought the Frozen ride felt like an excuse to play with animatronics.
yeah.
Which I appreciate considering Avatar, Pandora Land, the one animatronic they have in that is super gorgeous, but they only made one.
The only Navi you see.
Yeah. And she really, like, she is gorgeous and she moves so beautifully.
Are you kidding? Oh, this Navi's in for
But yeah, I am very sad that they didn't make more. And they were supposed to. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, so have you been on the Navi River Journey?
I got to do those like last winter.
Yeah, so apparently I think, I don't remember if it was ran out of time or ran out of money, but the river journey that you go through, that's like it's like the beginning to Pirates of the Caribbean, where there's, just like the opening, and then you go in and see more animatronics and stuff. And that part of it, for whatever reason, didn't get done. So there were going to be more my guess is money and time, but there were going to be more animatronics. It's going to be a longer ride, and that didn't happen. And I'm more upset that didn't happen than Flight of Passage, Because it's like, come on, guys. Dark rides with really good animatronics, those are beautiful.
Yeah, well, Flight of Passage is amazing, but it's also, it's just problematic. It feels very, yay colonialism. Doesn't it? It feels like that, right?
I'm sure you saw the Jenny Nicholson video, but where she talks about how it just feels like what is happening, where these banshees are just sitting there with lifeless avatars on them waiting for the next tourist to connect with the avatar.
Or just like how everything's like vaguely ominous. Like, we and the Na'vi get along really, really well. They want us here, and then none of them are there.
Yeah. Which I get. They're like supposed to be really tall, and there's not a lot of really tall things that you can, have. But
Wait a sec. Oh yeah, you were at the cathedral. And hey, who are you?
The cathedral.
Strange.
One of the other games.
We know this guy?
I like how he wears a hood and then just has a mask. Like, why are you wearing a hood?
Oh, you're right.
This is the part where you spout some mumbo jumbo and disappear, right?
That's the best line in this game so far.
Was powered by Scream.
I like how the bad guy's like, I'm monologuing, I'm not going to even acknowledge.
Right? But that was the best game. That was the best line.
Company was what made it all happen.
You are very strong to just... Boo would not be paying that much attention.
For the last time, we already stopped doing that!
Did you? Then how do you explain all these canisters of surplus Scream?
Because Rando was literally just filling them.
Everything I could hope for.
Because we're in the middle of getting rid of it and using it, like...
Darkened by thoughts of revenge.
You mean Randall?
All Randall ever cared about was winning. And this guy took advantage of that weakness.
My heart is made of just one thing.
What's on the back of Sully's neck? There was like... I couldn't tell if that was like a little spike or if that was just like a weird hair.
I think it's a weird hair. I don't think it's a spike.
They were trashing our company in the process!
But even with all this negative emotion,
Ow, that would hurt. Sully, please put him down.
I need something.
Anyway, though, back to Avatar Land. It was... I don't know... It's just a weird land for them to have made.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was beautifully done, but I definitely agree that it feels like it was something that they were like, we're going to do this, and everyone was like, why? And they're like, we're going to do this, and just doubled down on...
Yeah.
A strange place to slither.
Are you going to see Avatar 2 in theaters?
I don't think so. Unless it really, really, like, looks impressive.
I'll need to figure out how to edit that out in post.
I can... If you need, like, a really short clip, if you can, like, cut that out and send it to me, I'll...
Alright.
I can throw a fuzz over it. That'll take like 2 seconds to do.
Once I edit this one, I'll send it to you. And
Yeah. That won't be hard.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. Because I got the special software. Ooh.
He feels intimidating, like how the other villains haven't. I'll give him.
Right?
Like, that looks ominous.
About this, Ventus wasn't able to defeat Vanitas.
Oh my gosh. I hate these names.
I don't hate the names as much as I hate the exposition. Like, the king already told us about this. Why are we talking about it then? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the more appropriate time to talk about it because it feels more relevant. But yeah, he definitely feels more intense as a villain. And looks a lot cooler.
With mine.
Need to look.
That was pretty scary, honestly. Like,
I'll
Sully,
take that.
Appearing in the darkness.
Over here, Sully!
I like how Sully's grabbing him. Like, I don't know. It just makes me think of, like, a doll. Okay, that was hilarious.
I also just like how they're, like, doing this. And I'm like, the guy can literally teleport, you know?
Wait, is he going to teleport then?
No, but he doesn't. Spoilers.
Oh, that would have been better. Wow. That's pretty great that they just threw his door. That was so smart. You guys are great.
No, we should be thanking you. We never would have managed to get Boo this far if you hadn't come along to help.
And finally, we found her door.
Boo, I know how excited you were to come play with Mike and Sully. Sorry we dragged you into this. Hey,
You're
like
not
how
gonna scare her. You look like a cat.
I like how Donald has like fangs made out of his beak.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Honestly, Sora is like the least frightening, but like Sully.
Goofy is terrifying.
Goofy is terrifying, and I think it's mostly the eyes.
Yep.
Like,
No, that's Donald, Boo.
okay, that's funny.
Better. I'll see you, kid.
Oh, I
Man,
love
that's like the
Monsters
best.
Inc.
That's like the best feeling in the world, though. Is like when your kid lights up when they see you, and you're just like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's part of my. That's like my favorite thing about taking. Oh, good. That's like my favorite part about taking Graham to the child care center at the gym is when he sees me and he's like, "Oh, that's my mom." Yep.
Mom's back. When I came back from my run today, Rowan was just like Caitlin was baby wearing Rowan, and he just starts leaping and not like jumping, just like leaping.
He's like,
It
"Yes!"
was kind of nice having a little adventure for old time's sake.
Yeah,
Like,
the
why
flying
are we
falling.
still
And hey,
like
let's not
saying
forget
goodbye
painting
though?
again. But nothing like running for our lives to get the heart pumping.
I definitely
all you did was
like
complain.
this world
It was
the
good.
best. But it like I said, it added on to the story
Door's always
in a
open.
way that didn't
And
like
maybe Boo can join us.
destroy any lore or anything like
And
that.
then,
And
like, it felt like actually meaningful for this because like the bad guys were like, we're trying to collect power more so, and then instead of just being the same thing every time, like there's no
Yeah.
princess here, there's no one like, oh, this is for our master plan. It's like there's a lot of darkness here because they captured screams. I want it. And it's like, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Besides the cutscenes, I should say the amount of cutscenes, for me the biggest complaint is just why did we start here? Like what brought us here?
Yeah.
So, oh, done, we did it.
New Keyblade.
Awesome. Oh, I like the little Monsters Inc. helmet at the top. That's cute. Cute design. I'll have to look more into it so I can either like it more from seeing more detail or not. Oh, more cutscene in the gummy ship. Yay.
Those shoes though.
Right. Oh, we're grumpy. What's up?
So I want to make fun of his outfit, but like I am like I
should
do
go to the
like
realm of
like
darkness.
gauntlets a lot, like for fantasy stuff. Like I'm not saying I wear gauntlets, but like so it's like it's harder for me to hate on them because I'm like I like the gauntlet look.
Organization's gonna win.
You know, like it's stupid. Like his outfit is dumb, but the gauntlets are like,
Do you even know how to
is
get
it
to the
that dumb? Is it?
I love it. We should go to the realm of darkness. We have to do something. And I'm just like,
Not until you complete your
well,
own
then do
mission.
something. Do something useful. Stop going to Disney worlds.
But he hasn't figured out the power of waking yet, Mandy.
We're not even like trying to hone in on it. It's not even like you get. I would have rather had a cutscene where it's like, oh, it looks like we're getting the power of waking beacon from Monsteropolis. Oh, I forgot that guy's a thing.
Don't you love his hair though?
Yes.
Enzo.
What a jerk move.
Right? Y'all are mean.
And the replica we need for Roxas's heart.
Oh my gosh. I do like that he got a smartphone though.
And
I know I've said that before, but it just cracks
Oh,
me
man.
up.
It's just what are the kids into these days?
A smartphone.
Look at how big
Smartphone
it
with
is.
QR codes so you can play old games.
our thanks.
That's the thing where I feel like it feels gimmicky, where there's like 500 mini games in this stupid thing.
Well, and that's what's so funny to me is like they built in the classic games as mini games, but then it feels like there's so many other mini games.
Right, there's all of that, and then there's like, and there's a lot we haven't even done in this that I've done in my other game, where it's like there's these like heartless that you can like do stuff
Yeah,
with.
Goofy, I feel ya. That face. What is happening? Sorry, continue.
But they have like these other heartless where you can do stuff to get more ingredients for the recipe game, and then there's like other games in the Pooh Bear world, and oh my goodness, it's just so. And then, like, the gummy ship's just, like, a mini-game.
Yeah.
And there's, like, different mini-games within that mini-game.
We're done. We're done with mini-games.
Provided that each of them is returned to the box that contains the correct memories.
Oh, my gosh. This just sounds too complicated.
Unite the heart with its memories, and provided a suitable body within which it may
I mean, here's the thing. They're just...
I believe any or all three.
They're just trying to, like, make magic into science. And I'm like, I don't care.
Roxas and 2 more?
Okay.
Who else?
Here's my other thought. If they decide to make a Kingdom Hearts 4.
Thanks, Enzo.
Get rid of everybody except for Sora, Riku, and Kairi. All of this third... Oh, and I guess the one bad guy who's behind everything.
He's ending after this one, I think.
Good. But, like, get rid of all of these extraneous people. The amount of Soras in this game... And I realize they're not all Soras, but... They have different names, but it's basically Sora, so they're Soras. But the amount of Soras is just boggling.
Hey, that's not related.
Man, why is the steering wheel a heart shape?
You mean a crown shape? Oh no, my God, you're right. The steering wheel is a heart shape, and the like honk button is a crown. And there was a crown as like the console area. Did you see that?
No, but I'm just done. Maybe this game will be over soon. We only have, 6 more worlds to go through together, so...
I will say, that felt like a very short world, though.
It did. Oh my goodness, another cutscene.
Holy moly.
I'm sorry these episodes are so long today.
Will you stay here?
Yeah, enjoy the extra long episodes, guys.
Man, I'm just, kind of annoyed where, the female representation in this game is just non-existent.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I was like, why isn't Kairi a more important part of these games? Like, I get that she's in a different place now, but why didn't they make her taken by the Heartless? She would have been a fun end boss battle, if that makes sense,
Because she's the damsel in distress.
Yeah, but that's dumb. And also, Final Fantasy, from what I understand from listening to somebody talk about it for way too long, yeah, they've got some damsels in distress, but all of their girls fight. Even the ones that are kind of damsel in distressy.
Yeah.
They fight. So, it's not out of the question for Kairi to be able to fight legitimately. Also, I hate that outfit. I hate that there are zippers at the top and the bottom. It reminds me of the sleepers that my son wears to go to bed, because you gotta zip up from the bottom so you can change the diaper in the middle of the night. I hate this so much.
Which outfit are we talking about?
I'm talking his outer coat thing, the leather thing. Look at the bottom of it.
What?
It's a zipper.
I didn't know if you were talking about his or the girls.
Well, I'm sure the girl has dumb zipper things too, but no, specifically these dumb coat things where they have zippers that unzip from the bottom.
What is your question?
What is happening? Also, that begs the question, how do they take those off? Because if you put the zipper both zippers all the way up at the top, then you have to wriggle out of them and take the top off the top. But if you put it all the way to the bottom,
guardian of light.
then you have to step out of it. Somebody did not think these designs through.
Where's your keyblade?
I just like how people get punched in this game and they're just I'm fine. I'm like, no, you wouldn't be.
Right.
Like, that's, like, being held upside down is not pleasant, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm fine.
No, I got it.
She, like, full force kicked him and he didn't even flinch. His arm would be broken.
Also, I need to zoom in on her, too. I wanted to see all... Or I need to zoom in that pauses so I can look at her clothes. Alright, I kind of half got it. I don't get the sleeves that start right above the elbows.
Yeah, or the skirt that's not really a skirt.
Yeah, because, like, those sleeves aren't attached to anything.
Is this feeling?
Oh, well, you're heartless. Bye.
Yeah, like,
or nobody, or whatever the word is. I don't even know anymore.
Or is she just pure darkness and the unversed?
Ooh.
Who knows?
Right. Who knows anymore?
Okay. Hopefully we're done with cutscenes so we can save this and let everyone have the rest of their day back. Instead of hearing us talk about their weird fashion choices that don't make sense.
I mean, I just don't get it.
Zippers make everything cool.
I guess so.
Oh my goodness. I just want to go to bed.
Hiya, Sora.
Go away.
What's up? Just got a message from Merlin.
Oh, good. Merlin's back. Thank you for yelling. Please stop having so many cutscenes in a row. But yeah, like...
This is the first time they called. Like, why is Chip not there? What was Chip doing? There's nothing there.
Right? It's not... He's probably eating the flour, like...
You mean he left before you could find out? He's a tough...
Did you guys not talk about this before you made the call? Oh, thank you. But also, I was going to say, zippers are clearly cool because Donald has zippers on his hat.
If you were gonna have a cup of tea...
Yeah, I've wondered about, like, why is the zipper, like, just to undo a hat? Like, not take it off, undo it.
Right? You'd have a hat in 3 parts.
I just thought it, like, circled all the way around, so it'd just be, like, one long ribbon.
Oh, maybe. That would be funny, too.
Either, I mean, out of ridiculousness, though, I don't think Donald's and Goofy's are terrible.
No, they're really not. Not compared to those, like, stupid Club 13 jackets.
I love how you call them Club 13.
I don't know what they're actually called.
I'm not going to tell you the name.
The League of 13.
I like your wrong names better than the actual name.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to keep making them up.
All right, everybody. Until next time, keep wandering.
Bye!
Hello, Wanderers, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Wandering Gamer Network Plays Kingdom Hearts 3. We hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, check out the link in the description below. We have several actual play podcasts, including D&D 5th Edition and City of Mist. Until next time, keep wandering.